everyone, welcome to Wingcat Sports, and it's our Lions rumor mill going around the news and rumors around the Lions. And we're going to talk about the draft this video later on, because the draft is next week, literally a week away from today. And there really hasn't been much talk about the draft, even in the circles of Lions people talking about it. There hasn't been a lot. It hasn't been as big of a topic, and I don't know if that's because we're later in the draft than we usually are, but there just hasn't been as much talk.
I think that's pretty much it. I mean, when you're picking in the top 10 or something like that, there's excitement around it. You're picking, toward the end of the draft. It's not. Plus, like I said, we've had 3 years of hype,
Yeah.
and build up, and the last 2 years we really, it's been deflating in the sense that we didn't make the Super Bowl. So I think, like I said, it's the Lion. This is all new to us. This is all new to our fan base, and we're trying to, I guess
there just hasn't been a lot
to,
going on, and we also don't really know what we fully need. Right? What is Brad Holmes going to do? We never know what he's going to do,
especially this late in the draft. We
and
don't know.
there's been rumors that JMO's being traded on draft night. I've seen
Um,
that where he's going to get traded, part of a package,
would
maybe
you
move
be
up.
for that?
No, I want to keep JMO. I think he's going to have a good year this year.
I would have to see what the package is. I would have to see what they're offering, and I certainly think if they trade JMO, that
It has to be a good
wide
package.
receiver is certainly going to be.
I think they're going to draft a wide receiver regardless. He always drafts a wide receiver. All of the drafts he's done, he's drafted a wide receiver in the top 3 rounds every single time, I believe. So
Really, I don't. Okay.
at least some point in the draft, he drafts a wide receiver.
Well,
So he's
right,
going to.
right,
He's going to get a wide receiver.
and a running back probably. So
I don't know about running back.
they always draft running.
You got like
backs
4 or 5 on the team already, so I don't know about running back.
Maybe.
But regardless, I think they're probably going to focus on the lines. They're probably going to focus on one of the ends, because obviously you got Hutchinson. You want to probably give someone good to him on the other end. They might go linebacker. Jack Sawyer out of Ohio State might be in play in the second round for them. If not the first round, if they decide to go that route, because they could. Brad Holmes has been known not to take the guy that's the best available, but the guy he wants. Right? We could look back 2 years when he took Jahmyr Gibbs at 14, and we're all like, "What are you doing?"
Right.
And now we're like, "Oh, well, that was a good pick."
Really good pick.
2 years later.
Whether or not you re-sign him, I don't know, but I certainly think that it's going to be someone in the trenches, whether on the offensive side or defensive side.
They're going to bolster him up.
I think that's where he usually goes, and at that pick, I think that's where you get the most value. It's just which side of the ball is he going to pick?
You're going to probably be looking at linebackers to draft in the lines. It's probably where you're mostly going to be looking at. Maybe they'll go another safety. I doubt it, because you got Branch and Joseph. I doubt they'll go another safety, but if they want to maybe get some depth in there, and the same thing with the corner. Maybe they go for another corner because you got Rackstraw and Arnold, but maybe they want to add some competition. Maybe they want to add some competition in there because Rackstraw didn't do a lot last year.
Right.
I think there's been rumors on us trading Robinson too. Meek Robinson. That I've seen rumors about us trading him out.
I liked him. He played well for us.
I don't think they're going to trade anybody though. I don't think it's going to happen. We might even trade back in the draft, to be honest.
I think it just depends on the deal they offer.
Exactly.
I mean, if we could get in the top 15, would you trade JMO?
No. I don't think the problem is there's not a lot going on.
Yeah, but you're not re-signing him.
You might to a cheaper deal. That's the only thing. You might have heard stock enough that you get him on a decent deal for a couple of years. They're rumored to take his 5th-year option. So I don't think
they
they're going
to do that, but I mean, I'm just saying that's it. I mean, he's not the kind of guy you really want to franchise.
I don't think I don't think they'll sign him any long-term deal. They're not going to
say it down the road.
I think he won't get a long-term deal just because of all the off-the-field stuff if he does get re-signed. But again, we'll see. It's a we'll see situation. But the draft is just going to be interesting overall as they go about it, just because of what are they going to fully do, and where are they going to focus? Because again, Brad Holmes is always just random. You never know what he's going to do, right? No one thought he was going to take Jahmyr Gibbs 2 years ago. We all thought we were going to get Jalen Carter, and then he backed out of it.
Right.
And we got Gibbs. And again, we're not upset about that because, Gibbs is good. Last year, same kind of situation where we didn't know what he was going to do and takes random guys and they work out.
Right.
That's what's
I
going
mean,
to
I
happen.
trust Brad Holmes. I know that, like I said, a few of these picks probably aren't working out. That we weren't sure about. I think um, he wasted a pick when he took uh, the the quarterback in the third round,
Hooker.
Booker.
Well,
Hooker.
you were excited about that
I
pick two,
was
three
at
years
the
ago.
time, but it doesn't look like he's going
No,
to serve any
no,
purpose
it
on our
does
team.
not.
So that's a
And we'll get
waste of
into
a
that.
third round pick. This Manu guy, is he going to develop into anybody good?
Broderick Martin.
Broderick Martin.
There's been question marks in Brad Holmes drafting, but he's also, when he drafts well, he
But this
drafts
is Broderick Martin's
well.
year. We're going to
It
see
has
it.
to be.
It has to be.
But I mean, when he's drafted well, he's drafted well. There's been question marks. No, Soar still hasn't done much since the first year. He did almost nothing last year. Manu, right? He didn't even touch the field last year. Broderick Martin's been iffy, right? It's unknown what's fully going to happen in a draft, and that obviously we'll have our video afterwards going over it. Not right afterwards because I'm working. Probably more once the draft is fully over, we'll get a video out about who they got and our opinions about them.
It's
But
next week, right?
it's Thursday next week. We got a week.
So like the what 27th or something, or
Whatever
25th.
it is. I don't know where my watch. I don't know.
Okay.
But it's a week from today. Us making this video. By the time this comes out, it'll be less than a week. But we got a week basically till the draft and fully seeing what they do. Other news though that will go around with the Lions. We haven't talked about them in a couple weeks. I think the last thing I talked about was the Darius Smith kind of being in contact with the Lions, but it does not seem like any deal is imminent between the two sides because they have not discussed a deal. He was spotted at a Pistons game in the past couple
That's a good
weeks.
sign. I'd like to see Zadarius Smith myself.
There's apparently they haven't had any discussions with them, But other good news is Aiden Hutchinson has completed his rehab. He is good to go. If you've seen the videos recently online of him running around at the practice facility, he looks good. And we'll see how this year goes. It is a big injury. It's not he probably will not be 100% what he was before, and it'll take him still a bit to get there. But he should be good next year. They have been talking to Demarcus Walker as potentially being on the other side. He has had visits with the Lions and the Giants, so there's a chance that you might have him
Well,
on
right,
the
and
other side.
I've also heard that the Giants may release Thibodeau. So,
And then you get the top couple picks in that draft, and
right,
I think Thibodeau might do well here. I mean, again, it's the pressure taken off of you.
right.
And that's the thing. Like, if you're supposed to be the main guy somewhere and then you go somewhere else and you're not the main guy, that's sometimes helpful. And you kind of flourish in those
I would
situations.
trade JMO for Thibodeau
No,
and a second rounder from the
no,
Giants
no.
and
I'm
a
not doing
fourth
that.
rounder too.
You're not going to do that. But Aiden
I'd do it
Hutchinson,
in a second.
it's his contract year for Aiden Hutchinson. If he plays really well this year, he's going to get a big contract extension. And the Lions have the cap room in the future. Next year, not so much, but after next year, they have so much cap space, it's not even funny. And they're probably going to sign him just like everyone else said, that 3 to 4 year window that everybody will still be here for. And then in 3 to 4 years, you are completely revamping this team.
Which is what you do in the NFL. That's what I said. You can't fall in love with everybody.
Almost everybody is falling off their contract around the same time.
Which is
Out of
what
your
they
big players, which is a lot of money being freed up at the same time, which is good. Um, Other things going on, Lions are to hold a QB2 competition. Again, leading back to the Hendon Hooker pick not being the best pick because they haven't trusted him yet. Right? He's been in the system
I
for
don't think
two.
he's gotten a fair shot.
I mean, he
But
wasn't. You have Jared Goff, who's played amazing the past couple of years. And they're not gonna. He's not gonna start anytime soon. So
even as a backup, I don't think he's gotten a fair shot.
we'll see what ends up happening though outside of that because he may or may not make it. Right, we'll see. But like I said when they picked him, he was just going to be a backup the whole time. He was too old. They might draft some QB in the next couple of years too. There might be a QB drafted this year. We'll see. Um, but outside of that, there hasn't really been too much news between anything going on. Right, we already know they're trying to extend Hutchinson and Joseph. So there really isn't much other news around the NFL right now regarding the Lions. The draft should be interesting. Remember, a week away, and we'll get our draft summary after the draft is completely over. Well, all right, we'll end it there. If you like what you see, the like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think about the Lions' recent news and rumors and what you think they might do during the draft. And until next time, I'll see everybody soon.